This game was bonkers, okay? We go to TD Garden, again, to play against the Boston Bruins without Barkov, without Tkachuk, which we found out that Tkachuk will be out for a week. But yet, despite the adversary, the Florida Panthers get it done in Boston, Massachusetts. And I told you guys, like I said in the last video, there is no reason to panic. They got the job done today. I almost said tonight, but this is a matinee game between these two teams. And Florida Panthers, they were able to get it done here today at TD Garden nonetheless. They did that against, without Barkov and without Tkachuk. Bobrovsky doing everything he possibly can, and he was clutch like always. And the defense is just, of course, being an absolute game changer. I thought AJ Greer was an absolute monster today, and he was. And against his former team, nonetheless, nobody picks on his teammates ever, especially if it's the Florida Panthers. I thought Gustav Forsling played excellent hockey today. He was absolutely amazing today. He really is. And the Boquist, pretty good today. Yeah, this game was bonkers. So it is Sergei Bobrovsky going up against Jeremy Swayman. We want Swayman. We got Swayman. We beat Swayman again in Boston, Massachusetts. So it started off pretty good. It started off a little slowly, trying to get the feel of each other since the playoffs. First shot on target comes from Charlie McAvoy with the wrist shot that was saved by Bobrovsky there, and Boston with some chances there with Coyle, Marchand, Frederick. There would be a goal from Boston. They will eventually get one as he is assisted by Mason Leray. That's his second assist of the season, and Mark Kastelik with his first assist of the season. Off the wrist shot is Beecher. I mean, Bobrovsky couldn't. I think he might have lost the puck as he was trying to make the save, or the fact that Beecher, with that nice shot selection where he was, the puck does find its way to the back of net. It's 1-0 Boston. So that's not good. Not good right there. Zacha gets called for a hook against Sam Bennett. Florida goes on a power play only for 40 seconds. In between the 40 seconds, Rodriguez would get a wrist shot in that was saved by Swayman. And then Boquist with the really cheeky tripping against Brad Marchand. It would be a 4-on-4 for about 1:20. If my math is correct. I don't know. Either way, 4-on-4, Florida, both Zacha and Boquist with the 4-on-4. And then there will be a chance there from Sam Skokevich. That was a save there by Swayman. After the timeout of the commercial break, we have a face-off win. Lundell with the opportunity, and Lundell scores. That's his first goal of the season. He ties the game up 1-1. Still remains a 4-on-4. Then Boston goes on a power play. Zadorov goes in a slash that was saved by Bobrovsky, and the penalty is killed off. So that's awesome to see there. Then at 11:18, Greer with the hit on Pastrnak that ultimately that falls down. I think there was also Adam Boquist was in there, or was it Forsling? Who cares? But Zacha took exception to it, and those two beat the crap out of each other. Both of them went on the ice, and it already became an absolute chaos already. So both players get a 5-minute fighting penalties. And then 20 seconds later, there will be another penalty. This one is McAvoy with a pretty cheap cross-check against Verhaeghe. That sets everyone off. The Panthers took exception to it. Everyone's beating each other up. It is a typical Florida-Boston rivalry in all sports, and hockey is no exception, and especially if it's no exception. So Florida goes on the power play only 6 seconds when the power play started. We have a goal. He is assisted by Adam Boquist. That's his first assist of the season. Off the wrist shot, it is Sam Reinhart. That's his second goal of the season. And We take the lead 2-1 over the Boston Bruins. Good stuff there. Then, so that takes away the power play. McAvoy comes out. And another penalty. Another penalty happened. This one is a Pastrnak cheap shot to Reinhart. And Brad Marchand, Naismith, and everybody on each side of the team beating each other up. Oh my goodness. This wasn't just like a regular season game. It's only game 4. And those two teams already going to war with each other. These two teams met 6 days ago, and they never forgot about the playoffs. Florida beat this team in the playoffs in history 3 times. 96, 2023, and 2024. Right? But in recent years, Boston has been getting owned. But yet, there's death, taxes, and a dirty cheap shot Bruins team. Pastrnak, cheap shot Sam Reinhart. He goes in the box. Nate Schmidt and Brad Marchand fighting each other. Both of them would get called for a roughing. Florida does wind up with a power play. So that was bonkers. And keep in mind, AJ Greer, Zaka is still in the box. And the penalty box still is going to be filled up. That was pretty crazy. So during the Florida's power play, there was only one or two shots on target, which was Balinska's snapshot that was saved by Swayman. Lundell tries to get one in, but that was also saved by Swayman. Penalty is killed off, and then Nico Mikula gets called for a hold against Pastrnak. He also goes to the penalty box. Boston goes to the power play. It gets killed off. Nothing happened in that power play. I think Florida's defense played absolutely terrific without allowing a shot on goal on their power play. Zadorov with the delay of game penalty over with the puck over glass. Florida goes back on the power play. I think it's a pretty warranted delay of game call. Let's just say Florida didn't do much with this power play. So we go to the second period with 5 seconds left, and that penalty would be killed off. But there was a little scuffle in the end of the first, so it's pretty insane. Now I will also say this too, that Florida's power play, their special teams, is starting to become a factor, especially if it's without Barkov and Matthew Tkachuk. Guys like, Greer, for example, is stepping up. He is playing like a monster today. I thought Balinska's was also becoming a factor. And Forsling, of course, he's good. But Patty Giles, I thought a rookie just stepped up like it's nothing, man. I thought they were all pretty good. So, a couple of shots on target for Forsling and Ekblad. To be fair, man, the first couple minutes in the second period, it should have been 3-1. I'm going to say it anyway, even though we won, that should have been 3-1. They were so close to getting one into the back of the net. There was a scary moment or two with the Boston Bruins, but Swayman was right there on all of them, even with AJ Greer. It was close. It was really close, man. It's insane. A lot of shots, but ultimately, only one has to go in, and it is a tie game. He is assisted by Mark Kastelik. That's his second assist of the season, and Kopik, fuck it. That's his third assist of the season. Off the snapshot is Brendan Carlo with his first goal of the season to tie the game up. 2-2. So that ain't good. Now AJ Greer, soon after a TV timeout, there will be a penalty on him for an interference call against Carlo. Boston goes on the power play. During Boston's power play, Pastrnak is trying to take the lead for Boston. But despite that, there was only one shot on target at 9 minutes into the second period. That was saved by Bobrovsky. A really nice save by Bobrovsky. And an off the faceoff, Boquist gets blocked, and then there will be a turnover in Boston. Reinhart gets the puck, and he shoots, he scores. Instead of making 3-2 Boston, it's 3-2 Florida. It is a shorthanded, unassisted goal by Sam Reinhart. That's his third goal of the season. And third goal against the Boston Bruins, man. And all of them are special teams goals. All of them were special teams goals. 2 shorthanded goals, 1 power play goal in the season alone. Okay, 6 days ago when I watched it happen, he had a sharp angle that goes to the back end of the shorthanded. He gets it to make that game 3-1. This is to make it 3-2, a go-ahead goal from Sam Reinhart. And it is a 3-2 hockey game. Florida gets back in the lead into their favor. But we're not done yet. Penalty is killed off. Florida with the momentum. They're trying to get one past Swayman. Marchand with the shot. But eventually somebody has to score. And we have a goal. It's 4-2 hockey game with an extremely good clearance. And, took advantage of the changes that Boston was trying to make. I thought initially there was going to be a primary goal, but he was assisted by Gustav Forsling. That's his first assist of the season. The only primary assist of this goal. Lundell gets one pass. Swayman to make it a 4-2 hockey game. And Lundell, a huge goal. That's his second goal of the season. Second goal of the game. Second goal of the game. So, immediate momentum shifted into Florida's favor, which is excellent. Boston looking to respond, and they do respond eventually. Pastrnak with the wrist shot, but that was saved. But eventually they would get this goal. He is assisted by John Beecher. That's his third assist of the season. And Kastelic with this third assist of the season. Wrist shot, Mason Leroy found the lane, and he puts one into the back of the net. That's his first goal of the season to make it a 4-3 hockey game. Which would wind up being a final score of this game. But what about the rest of this game alone? Well, Boston had the momentum. They're trying to get one in. There was still some pushing and shoving. Nothing that warrants the penalty, though. Brad Marchand, getting middle of things. But this is mainly the defensive game. So we go to the third period because not much has happened after that goal. Boston with the momentum. Zadorov with the wrist shot that was saved by Bobrovsky. And in the third period, Bobrovsky looked like he almost about to give up a game-tying goal. I couldn't tell you, there were many moments in this period alone, especially with a breakaway odd-man rush against Zacha. Bobrovsky was everything. He saved the pucks, especially against Zacha. That could have been 4-4, but it wasn't because Bobrovsky turned into a brick wall like he should be, especially against a Boston Bruins team. Excellent job by Bobrovsky. Now, there will be a penalty against Aaron Ekblad, which was a pretty weak call against Matthew Poitras. Pastrnak with the snipe that would be a save. That would be a save there. I think actually ESPN said he missed it wide to 11 and went to the crowd. I'm sure it did. On the screen it looked like Bobrovsky had a tap on it, but either way though, make no mistake, that shot from Pastrnak was a 90-mile-per-hour shot, and it didn't go to the back of net. So Bobrovsky was going to be aware of that when the time comes. You know better than to leave Pastrnak open like that. So, with that being said, Lindholm with the tip-in save by Bobrovsky, and Frederick with the wrist shot that was also saved by Bobrovsky. Those pucks almost went to the back of the net, dude. They were so close, and one of them was loose up in the air, and that could have sneaked up through on his left side, but that didn't because the defense was there to save Bobrovsky. Excellent work by the Florida's defense and Bobrovsky. And from this point forward, Florida was having a hard time clearing the puck out of their own zone. Nate Schmidt was out on the ice for a long time, man. He was out for at least 2 minutes and 30 seconds, at least. They could not clear the puck. Meanwhile, as they're not clearing the puck, Boston was getting chances. But again, the defense, they were not allowing shots on target. They were blocking shots, okay? So that was insane. It was insane that they were able to hold up against Boston. By this point, Swayman and Jim Montgomery had no choice but to pull the goalie out. They had no choice. So Florida, all they have to do is end it. They have to put one into the back of the net. However, there would be some sort of curricular. It ain't just anything, but Pasternak's cheap slash against Carter Verhaeghe, and Carter Verhaeghe was really pissed off. Marchand saying the word, and then those two went at it. They were going to war. They were absolutely tearing each other apart, and the whole team was tearing each other apart. So Pastrnak gets a slashing call, which is obviously a slashing call, which would be a delay penalty, and Verhaeghe and Marchand beating each other up. Both players, Verhaeghe and Marchand, get called for a roughing call, a double roughing call, which would be a 4-minute minor. But then Script Sports says 2-minute minor, which who cares? I mean, who cares? They're both going to the penalty box. So Florida goes on the final power play of the game. All they really have to do is keep the puck at Boston's zone. If they can find an open lane to Swayman, do it. But really, the job here is to keep the puck at their own zone. They kind of did, but they weren't able to finish that off. So when Boston had a chance, Swayman goes to the bench, and that puck ended up becoming a high stick, which they go back to center ice, and the game is over. The final score of this game is 4-3 Florida. We broke the losing streak, only 2. I told you there was nothing to panic about. Okay, the players are getting settled in. And this was a tough game, but I told you, be patient. They're going to win a game, and they did it against the Boston Bruins, man. It's so boring to win against the Bruins these days. Which, stop. Don't stop beating Boston Bruins. Win. And they did that in TD Garden. We might as well call it a northeast version of Emirates Bank Arena. When we look at the team stats, Florida definitely a better team. 26 shots on target, 15 for Boston. I could have sworn that Boston had more, especially what Script Sports was saying. By the way, how about the kick-ass theme song from Script Sports? Anyway, more hits from Florida with 35, Boston at 21. Face-off, 29 face-off wins. That's important for Florida against Boston with 17. 4 power play opportunities. They got one with Reinhart. Boston with 3. They got nothing. They only have 1 shot on target. 1 shorthanded goal. Again, Reinhart. All 3 special teams goals came from Reinhart against the Boston Bruins. It doesn't get old. Penalty minutes, 19 for Florida, 15 for Boston, which is a lot considering it's a rivalry game. And those two hate each other. 7 block shots for Florida, 4 block shots for Boston, 6 takeaways for Florida. Boston has nothing, and they gave the puck away 7. But Florida did give away 11 times. Right now, I don't see anything that says stars of the game on the ESPN app. Let me take a quick peek at the Florida Panthers social media. I don't know if it's there yet, so I'm going to take a quick peek, see if it's there. No, wow, it doesn't look like it. Maybe it'll be uploaded, or maybe it'll be up there by the time. Maybe it'll be up there by the time this video uploads. So because there's no stars of the game yet, here's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting Reinhart gets 1 star because he's got 2 goals. Okay, he's got 2 goals. That's what I predict. So he gets 1 star. 2 star. I want to give it to Anton Lundell. I want to give that to Anton Lundell for also scoring 2 goals. And 3 stars. 3 stars is tough. If you could, maybe you could pass it along to maybe Forsling. If not, then they're probably going to give it to a Boston Bruins player. But that's my prediction. I think they should give 1 star to Reinhart with 2 goals, especially if it's a special teams goal. 2 stars, they can go to Lundell. 3 stars, either Forsling or I guess a Boston Bruin player, but give it to Forsling. He was an X factor when it comes to defense and assisting, or maybe Adam Boquist, maybe. But right now you can comment down. I know some people are watching, but let me know if I get the prediction right, and then comment down the final result of the stars of the game. I could be wrong. I could be right. Who knows? So let's see what happens there. But what is definite is the Florida Panthers are now 2-2 this season, winning the 2nd game against the Boston Bruins. 2-game winning streak in regular season against the Boston Bruins. 3-game winning streak as a whole against them. And man, it's a good feeling. It's absolutely a good feeling to finally get a W and against the Boston Bruins. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content, because Miami TV you guys are back at what he does. He'll be right there with the free entertainment you deserve. We have a back-to-back. Tomorrow's game is against the Columbus Blue Jackets. If Florida somehow loses against Columbus, I'm not going to be mad about that. That's a franchise that's been through a lot. And if they beat the Florida Panthers, I'm going to write a piece of paper, number 13. Number 13. I'm going to put that right here. In the event that Columbus did beat the Florida Panthers. If not, well, then we'll see what happens. I might just do that anyway. Because I don't like talking about that kind of thing, but it will be mentioned tomorrow. But until then, enjoy the victory, enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, folks, this is Miami TVG. Sign up, folks. Have a good day.